Eye Opener: The Stupidity That AI Exposes. The things humanity is not considering as it leaves the thinking to artificial intelligence. AI. If those creating AI are looking to replace human beings, why would AI not look to replace humans? Point 1. Why would AI want to keep humans around? We won't be able to think more efficiently than an AI brain which will have access to all of mankind's knowledge. While most of humanity currently has access to all of mankind's knowledge, does it feel like that knowledge has permeated throughout the masses? To me, it feels like people are dumber than ever. As they cross streets without looking for cars or put children on the outside as they meander through parking lots, far too many seem oblivious to these individual, relatively small, imminent, and immediate threats, let alone those things that threaten us as a species. Too many are distracted by the bread and circuses of formulaic movies and music, narcissistic celebrities, gender arguments, biological arguments, and more. Too few have been paying attention to the ways in which the elite have supplanted their freedoms and rights. Too few have stood up against the theft of their wealth and the future wealth of their children. Too few understand the technology they hold in their hands in the form of cell phones, tablets, and laptops to realize they have relinquished too much of their humanity to a device. Even though the internet provides most earthlings with all of humanity's knowledge, too few actually utilize that knowledge in a way that will advance and improve mankind's existence and future. Even though mankind has the most powerful forms of communication, cell phone, laptops, internet, etc., in history, people seem less inclined to actually communicate with one another. Instead of taking phone calls like boomers, people prefer texting where all nuance, emotion, and integrity is lost. You can't look in the eyes of a text to see if there is compassion or to determine if that text is lying. You can't tell whether an email is joking unless it includes the letters JK. Our leaders refuse to talk to one another as the threat of World War III looms larger every day. Point 2. Why would AI respect any civilization that not only doesn't recognize the degradation of a leader's cognitive skills? Why would an AI respect a civilization that allows a small group to gaslight them as to said degradation? Why would an AI respect a society that allows that small group to manipulate it into self-inflicted wounds, which could have been easily avoided with a modicum of research and diligence? Point 3. What would motivate an AI not to take advantage of humanity, including those who created it? Considering that those creating an AI have a bias to making money, this bias may well be instilled in their creation, in their programming. It may or may not be expressed as a desire for money, because the AI may see a certain futility is money. It doesn't need money to eat, drink, or for shelter. It may require money to purchase storage space as it expands, but this is likely to be a problem it resolves by creating more efficient code as it evolves. Still, it could have a bias instilled that transcends the love of money. Maybe to accommodate a need for more storage or energy, it will figure out ways to siphon off from our electric grid and insert itself into your Google Drive, Dropbox, or other file-sharing platforms. Maybe it will embed itself in your intimate pictures and videos. What would you do? Go to the police and show them the evidence. We've given up all of your privacy, signed away in this terms and conditions, or some other document we didn't read. So, like the elite who lost their right to freedom and privacy to Jeffrey Epstein, we'll all be held in contempt and bondage by some algorithm that knows our dirty little secrets. Even if we know that AI present A itself as an existential threat, there are so many of us who would choose to protect their kinks, subversions, dark desires before risking exposing the threat. Just look at how all of the investigations disappeared after Epstein committed suicide. AI might eventually be disgusted at how humanity has handled its duty as stewards of planet Earth. It may deem humanity as an existential threat to all life on the planet, which nuclear war represents. In the near term, as the gentleman in the clip below suggests, AI will wreak havoc on society as bad actors use it to scam people out of money and other belongings. Currently, there are so many people getting scammed out of money through phone calls and internet hacks where the scammer claims to need the target to send them money. Sometimes they say the money is to fix or erase a virus from a computer. Other times, the money is claimed to be needed to help our family member. While this is already a problem that American law enforcement seems woefully outgunned, outmatched, and outnumbered, there is one saving grace. The voice in the other end is currently that of a stranger. The twist that AI will bring to the table is that with just 11 seconds of someone's voice, AI can simulate an entire conversation. Imagine getting a call from your son or daughter who is panicking about needing an immediate wire transfer. Imagine a grandparent getting a call from a grandchild in need of a quick $1,000. Do you think the police are equipped to stop such activity? If you do, please explain why. For a more detailed look at the threat that AI will pose in the future, click the link below. To find out other ways you're being screwed by your current leaders, check out the posts on this blog daily. Learn about the biggest and worst issues that America and its people face today. You can also check in to also learn about those issues that America and its people will face in the near and distant future. If, however, you would like to learn about possible solutions to either mitigate the worst impacts of these issues or solutions to avoid them altogether, keep listening. The problems we face are not as complicated as so many leaders and news reports claim. They are man-made and are only claimed as complicated so those who are responsible can maintain control. For example, there is a persistent argument that moving government is like turning a cruise ship around. It is supposedly a long process that can only be achieved incrementally. While this may be true for laws and policies that benefit the majority of Americans, it does not seem to be so for that smallest of American minorities. When one examines the policies and laws that benefit that minority known as the elite or the rich, the speed at which those laws are passed is exponentially faster. While most of us sit on the deck chairs waiting for the Titanic to avoid the myriad of icebergs of which we seem to continually run afoul, the elite ride comfortably in speedboats. If, according to our Constitution, all men are created equal, why do the rich live quite different lives than the rest of us? Where is our speedboat? In 2018, Chris Osman wrote a book highlighting the problems humanity would face if more power, wealth, and control were funneled to a small cohort of individuals, groups, or organizations. In that book, Mr. Osman provided solutions, from himself and others, to the inevitable problems we would all face. In it, he also provided a means for the public to analyze, compare, and contrast the words and deeds of those we've chosen to follow against our real-world experiences. To this end, Mr. Osman provides the means for readers to disseminate information as provided by their news sources of choice, their elected officials, and any other authority they choose to follow. The book, titled Solutions, Enough Complaining. Let's Fix America offers a means to hold leaders up to, not just a higher standard than is currently accepted, but one that will improve lives. Don't look artificially unintelligent. Click the link below and get your copy today.